Hey y'all, how's it going? It's Kenny Too Many, and welcome back to episode 17? Yes, 17, because I got it wrong last time. I said 15, and I was very excited about it, but it's actually 16, which means this one is 17. And episode 17 of Too Many Convos with Kenny Too Many is based on control, which can seem like a very open-ended thing to speak about and discuss, but before I go there, I changed scenery again. This is my backyard. We're actually on my back porch. Maybe I can. So yeah, you can see that's my patio right there. Fire's going. Um, and that tree line right there is the golf course that's behind my house. If you can slightly hear like a muffled bark in the background, it's my small dog. Uh, Pan, do you think you could try to let Welly out? And maybe she could come out on the deck. Come on. Come on, Wally. Come on, Wells. Go, dog. Come on. Pull her out if she needs to. She starts barking for mom. Pick her up. Just go pick her up. Seriously, are we talking here? Just grab her. There we go. Close it. There we go. Victory. Yay. So, I I always choose the themes of my episodes like kind of at random based on what I'm dealing with or what comes across my plate because this is Saturday and normally I record on Wednesdays, edit throughout, and post on Mondays. In the last few weeks, I've kind of stretched beyond the Wednesday record date. Today is Saturday. Last time I recorded on a Sunday. It's just when it comes down to it, you need to be get out of there, bug. Struck with that kind of that inspiration to really record and do something just not because you're doing it. And that's where I kind of am at with this episode. So I looked something up, and it's something my dad always shared with me, and it's not exactly in the same context, but it's essentially the same thing. And he always said something along the lines of, "God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference." And it's that's life, man. You're in control of so much, and changing the things that you are in control of is hard enough. But then when you try to start changing things outside of your control, whether you think you can control them or not, um, grants another level of difficulty. And it's really seeing that you cannot control those things. You need to kind of let go of them. And that's where the wisdom comes into to effect is, do you have the wisdom to know that you cannot control those things and you need to stop trying to control them? Um, and I would say the good part of 100% of the human race, including myself, and the best and brightest, have no fucking clue, pardon my French, what the difference is. Because the difference is so minute, it's really that discernible. Um, but I really choose those as words to live by. My dad always said, like, you can control what you control, accept what you can't, and be smart enough to know the difference. And that's sort of the short version of what this is. And this is actually based on my research, is actually like um, sort of a prayer or a poem within the Bible. Um, so it's something my dad always tried to instill in me. Knowing the control freak that he was, I can't imagine him following that all too well now. But he clearly did in some capacity. But my wife is actually the same exact way in that regard. And by proxy of both of those people, I've become sort of a pseudo control freak. But I try to control things that allow me to generate a positive outcome. Not saying that they don't, but that is more of the controlling element of my stake in most situations, is to choose to try to generate positive outcomes regardless of who's involved. The biggest thing with control is knowing when to let go, or when you are trying to control something you will never be able to, because that's the biggest gripe, is what you can control, what you can't, and when to let go. And what you can control is yourself and all that you influence and decide upon. You are 100% in control of your life and decisions at all time, whether you think you are or not, emotional, mental, and physical. If you want to get in good shape, that's entirely within your realm to do. If you want to be smarter, that's entirely within your realm to do. If you don't want to work a certain job, you want to work something else, or you want to be smarter, that's entirely in your realm to do. A lot of people say, well, I can't do because of X, Y, and Z. No. X, Y, and Z is because you really don't want to, because it's too hard. You can literally do anything. I could, right now, leave my house, abandon my wife, my kids, my animals, my horses, and whatever, and I could go try to join a band. That is 110% something I can choose to do because it's in my control. But that's not something I do because it doesn't make any sense in the context of my life. My point is you're 110% in control of all of the decisions you make in your life, good, bad, or indifferent. Items obviously are within your control. Your phone, drinks, beverages, food, furniture, etc. Those are all within your control. Um, Children within reason, obviously, babies and stuff, and animals within reason. Some animals listen, some animals don't. You can't control all of your domesticated animals, and you can't control wild animals, but within some semblance of reason, you can control them in some regard. Um, well, you can't control weather, luck, animals, like I said, within reason, and other people. And that's, I think, the biggest problem with pretty much everybody, from a human standpoint, is you can't control other people. You can't control their actions. You can't control their emotions. You can't control their decisions. You can't. You have to deal with them. What you can control is your reactionary position to what they choose to do. Um, and you have to stop fucking trying, because it doesn't make any damn sense. You can't change how other people, as much as you would like to. I want X person to feel Y about me. You can't change that. There's nothing you can do. You can work and work and work and work and work, and there's nothing you can do to change that emotional position for that person about you, as much as you would want to. And it's unfortunate, but it's true. You can make decisions to influence said decisions about that person in a positive manner, to influence their decision upon you. But that doesn't mean that you are influencing their decision 100%. And that's the tough part. Um, you just can't. And honestly, you look at people. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. Um, you just If you think you can control other people, you're delusional. That's it. Because it's not some, even children to a certain level, like babies and infants and toddlers, you can, because you can physically place them and whatnot. But once they get to that level of consciousness, your influence has to be positive within the confines of their life, because you can't actually control them. They're going to do whatever they want. That's why kids stick crayons in their nose and draw on walls and color on the floors and put slime in the toilets, and because they are absolutely autonomous as every other adult, except that their decision making skills are rudimentary. So You really just have to understand where they're at and why they are making the decisions they're making. And then when to let go. That's a big thing, because especially for us as adult humans, when to let go, it's not that fucking simple. It's literally never that simple. And the best thing is to let go is when you can clearly not exhibit any control on the situation, the item, or whatever it is. Just let go. You've done your best, you've tried hard, and you cannot control it. Let go. Move on. Whatever the fuck it is, whatever has happened, move on. Next thing. And one that has really hit me really hard and very recently is when your children are growing up. My daughter is almost 18. Um, as much I've seen her every weekend since God for the last 13 years, and then beyond that, I was with her every single day after I left from before I left her mother, and it's just like um, I've it's been like a month and a half since I've seen her for a full weekend, and I get it. She's almost 17. She's almost 18. She's got a boyfriend. She's got a life outside of that, and I love that for her. But it's in the logical sense, it absolutely makes sense for me, and I'm okay with it. And in the emotional sense, it's like I've been with her every weekend for as long as I can remember, and it really, really hurts. And that this is my point: to let go of control of the situation and allow her to make her decisions and mistakes, etc., and become a better person for it. Um, so yeah, I mean, that's episode 17. It's control. I mean, it is what it is. A lot of this seems like basic ass shit that a lot of people know and understand, but a lot of this feels like maybe it might be the first time that people are hearing this kind of stuff out loud, even though it makes sense. Um, in any regards, it's Saturday night. Cheers, a little bit of tequila. Hope we're all are well. Like, subscribe. I'm gonna keep doing this anyway, whether you're here or not. So, um, yeah, no, I appreciate everybody who's watched, liked, subscribed, anything, any little bit. If anybody has any suggestions, send them down in the comments, anything like that. Other than that, I appreciate y'all. It's going to be the Twilight type scenario. Looks like forks down here. If anybody gets that, let me know. Um, I appreciate y'all. It's Kenny Too Many, episode 17, Control. Too many convos. I'm out. Peace.